guys, my name is Megan Browning and I'm a scientist here to answer your science questions. Today's question is, why don't birds get fried when they sit on high voltage power lines like this one here? This little birdie, he's fine. But to start talking about this, we have to start talking a little bit about electricity. Electricity is flowing through this wire like water flows through a pipe. Like water, it can flow fast or slow depending on what is making it flow. With water, it usually flows because it's going downhill. Water at the top of the hill has what's called potential energy, or potential to move. It can use that potential energy to flow down the hill. As it flows through the pipe down the hill, the potential energy is converted into kinetic energy, the energy of moving. Electricity can have potential energy too. This potential energy for electricity is called voltage. It's how badly that electricity wants to move and get out of there. The electricity literally wants to move from the power station towards the ground. The flow of electricity, called current, is kind of like ocean flow, which is an ocean current. It's how much electricity is moving through at a given time. So far, we know that voltage is how bad the electricity wants to move, and current is how fast it is moving there. In our pipe example, we can also have a really big pipe or a really small pipe. Water moves really easily through a big pipe. We could say the big pipe doesn't resist water moving through it. On the other hand, if we have a really small pipe, it really resists water moving through it. The same goes for electricity. You can have things like a copper wire or a door handle or a trampoline spring. If you've ever gotten shocked on a trampoline, they don't resist the flow of electricity much because they're conductors. On the other hand, things like rubber shoes or the air really resist electricity moving through it. These are called insulators. Back to our power line. That's an upside down bird. This is a very high voltage wire. That means the electricity really wants to get from the power station to your house and into the ground like it's flowing downhill through a pipe. The wire also has a very high current, meaning a lot of electricity is moving through it and trying really hard to get downhill. Literally, figuratively downhill to your house and then to the ground. So why is this bird okay? First of all, the bird is an insulator, and the wire is a conductor. It's like the bird is a really small pipe, and the wire is a really big pipe. If given a choice, the electricity would rather take the path of least resistance through the wire instead of trying to go up and through the much more resistant bird. The current through the bird is going to be low, so not much electricity is going to want to flow through it. Still though, even if the bird is really resistant, there must be some electricity trying to get through, even if just a little bit. So why isn't it hurting the bird? This is because the electricity is trying to go downhill to your house and then into the ground. Well, downhill. It's not really going downhill, but figuratively. So the bird isn't getting that electricity any closer to the ground. At most, electricity goes up into the bird and then right back into the wire. Right back where it started from, pretty much. It's not where it wants to go. It wants to go towards the ground. If the bird is really big and it could touch the wire and the ground, then we would have a problem. Then the electricity would look and say, "Yay! I see a faster way to get to the ground. I don't have to go all the way to your house and then power your stuff and then come back around to the ground. I can just go through this bird here." Then all the electricity would flow as fast as it could to get downhill into the ground and right through the bird. It would fry it like barbecued chicken, completely fried. So there aren't actually giant birds that can touch the ground and the wire at the same time, but this is a real problem for really big birds because sometimes one of the wires hanging up on a power line is connected to the ground. The wire starts from your house as the little frowny face on the bottom of the outlet. It's going to flow from your house back to the power station through wires and then end up at a wire that's literally buried in the ground. And then the electricity can finally get where it wants to go. If a bird touches one wire with a high potential and another that's connected to the ground at the same time, the electricity will again go, yeah, a path straight down, and I'm gonna take it. This is usually only a problem with big birds like eagles and hawks, whose wingspan is big enough to reach both wires. But it has also been a problem for animals that can climb on the wires, like raccoons and squirrels. This is the story of a bird that was shocked in Montana, but it recovered. It doesn't always happen that way, though. So that's why our little bird friend won't get fried on a power line. As a safety note, never touch power lines or wires because you never know if you might be connecting a high potential wire straight to the ground. Thank you guys for asking this question, and please feel free to ask me more. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!